He's the most gangster among all the 12 Kizuki, the Upper Moon One. Kokushibo is so powerful that with his eyes, he can read at least 3 books at once.
Got him!
However, this monster is afraid of one thing, but not for the reasons you might think. Before I tell you what scared Kokushibo so much, let's first show you how he became so powerful and maintained his untouchable status for centuries. Actually, the reason for that is even more terrifying than we imagined. First, let me introduce our all-time favorite. Spoiler warning. Not. Oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, Kokushibo had a different name when he was human. Michikatsu. So let's call him that, for now. So who was Michikatsu Tsugikuni? Michikatsu was a former demon slayer along with his twin brother, Yoruichi. Since childhood, Michikatsu has been jealous of Yoruichi's extraordinary talent in swordsmanship. Can you believe a 7-year-old beat the crap out of a full-grown dude? Honestly, I've got nothing against Kokushibo. I'd be jealous too. Imagine yourself as a kid, like being able to kick your annoying uncle's ass. So moving on, Michikatsu was consumed by jealousy, filling his heart with hatred toward his own brother. It fueled an unrelenting obsession to surpass Yoruichi. Even with the ultimate power-up, which is the Demon Slayer mark, why was Michikatsu unable to perform sun breathing? In chapter 178, Michikatsu explained that Yoruichi taught his breathing technique, and due to Yoruichi's superhuman capabilities, no one is able to perform it. So Yoruichi changed his technique, and that's when the new breathing techniques began coming one after another. The same thing happens when Michikatsu, even having the mark, couldn't pull off his little brother's technique. This is why he came up with his own style, called moon breathing. Yet, what is the Demon Slayer mark? When Gyome used it in chapter 169, Kokushibo explained in chapter 170 that those who possess the mark can enhance their power, but it reduces their lifespan. Most marked ones die before they reach the age of 25. The reason why Michikatsu knew it so well is because when he began to bear the same mark, this totally scared him, knowing that it would soon claim his life. And you might be thinking that Michikatsu was afraid of dying. You're right. Thanks for watching. Just kidding. There's actually a whole other reason behind this fear. So get ready, cause I ain't done yet. In chapter 178, Muzan enters the scene and reveals that he wanted to make a demon out of a swordsman who could use breathing techniques. Muzan really knows how to advertise a business. You know what I'm saying? Talk about perfect timing. Hiya! And with all the right qualifications, Michikatsu was asked by Muzan to become a demon. Consumed by his thirst for power, in order to outdo his brother, Michikatsu willingly kneeled before the Demon Lord.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
And became the six-eyed Giga Chad Kokushibo. I know that for you, seeing Michikatsu as a demon is like, oh my god, yeah! We all know that Yoruichi also beat the hell out of Muzan. That's why Kokushibo and Muzan, the beat-up loser crew, killed all the potential sun-breathing users for centuries. For a bonus side story, did you know that in Demon Slayer's second fanbook, Kokushibo was challenged 3 times for his position? And you'll be surprised to know that one of them was Akaza. Well, Kokushibo obviously managed to beat and absorb those who dared to challenge him, except Akaza, because Kokushibo enjoyed their fight. If only they could have a rematch, do you think Akaza could defeat Kokushibo? Bruh, I'm still betting on Kokushibo. What about you? Let me know in the comments. Now let me answer the question, how powerful is Kokushibo? We've witnessed Kokushibo's might during the Infinity Castle arc as he fought with an intense combination of his breathing style and blood demon art. This allows him to control numerous crescent moon blades from his DIY flesh katana. Yup, Kokushibo ended up using his blood demon art to fashion a blade out of his own flesh. It might sound nasty, but here's the cool thing about his blade. Kokushibo can manipulate its shape and size, giving him the ability to pull off even more unpredictable attacks. What's even cooler is that Sanemi mentioned in chapter 167 that Kokushibo doesn't even need to swing his sword to unleash those deadly slashes. This reminds me of my mom. Without even having to swing, her slipper would land on my face. Now that was swordsmanship, or slippermanship. Okay, before my mom steals the spotlight from Kokushibo, let me tell you something crazy. According to the same fanbook, his sword actually has a name. It's called Kyokokuka Musari. Damn, that's a lot of K's. In English, it means hollow cry of the godless. That's cool. Beat me with your sword, senpai! Plus, as a former demon slayer with a mark, he has X-ray vision, which allows him to perceive the transparent world. All in all, even with that kind of power, there's one thing that scares him. As I mentioned earlier, Kokushibo is terrified of death, and the reason behind it is his brother, Yoroichi. Let me explain. When he was beheaded in chapter 175, he still managed to regenerate his head. Then in chapter 176, he mentioned that he had overcome his weakness, except the sun, of course. But it was not until he saw his reflection on Sanami's blade that Kokushibo finally witnessed the monster he had become. Realizing he had abandoned his humanity and even his own family, and for what? To be one of the best dads in anime history?
Oh, hell no!
Or was it really the fear of death? No, that wasn't it. In chapter 176, when he was finally defeated, he revealed the true reason behind his fear. Kokushibo just wanted to become like his brother. Damn, that hit hard. And you know what hits even harder? You hitting that subscribe button. Subscribe now, so you can be ready when we release a video for Yoroichi. Also, have you heard the theory that the upper moons are based on real life diseases? P.S. The theory about Kokushibo in that video is pretty sick. It's right here. And it's your boy Ani Senpai.